Good morning, Sandra. Are you okay to talk?
Yeah. Good morning. Sorry, who am I speaking to?
Are you for real? Don't you even remember me? Kari, from our children's school. Your daughter is in the same class, remember?
From school. Okay.
I'm Terry's mom. Now do you remember?
Terry, huh. Hold on a sec. Oh, from kindergarten. He's in the next class over, right?
You got it! That's me, Terry's mom.
Oh, really sorry. Got a whole bunch of friends from school. Sorry, I was not aware that we exchanged names. I only recall using our kids' names like Terry's mom. You know what I mean?
Oh, really? Well, yes, I suppose you're right. We do tend to go by our children's names, don't we?
Sorry. Where did you get my contact info?
Did you forget that too?
Yeah, sorry about that.
You remember? At the kindergarten PTA meeting. We all exchanged line info after we finished up. Don't you remember that?
Oh, yes, now I remember. It was all so hectic. So you were there, huh? Kari, right? I thought it was only our class that was having that meeting. I didn't realize your class attended too.
Come on, Sandra. You seem a little absent-minded today, lol.
Yeah, well, sorry about that.
How can I ask you to take care of Terry when you're so preoccupied?
Huh? Take care of who?
Terry, silly. I'm headed over right now. You don't mind taking care of him for a bit, right?
Hold on a minute. This is the first I'm hearing about this. Must be some kind of mistake.
Yeah, well, you're hearing about it now. Come on, our kids go to the same kindergarten. We have to help each other out when we're in a bind, right?
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I hardly know you, and I don't think I even know what Terry looks like. How could I take care of him? Besides, today is...
Yes, I know all about it. You're just about to leave, am I right?
Okay, so you know I'm about to leave and you still plan to leave your kid with me? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, of course. You could take Terry along with you.
Are you being serious?
Come on, it's just for a little bit. He's no trouble at all.
Impossible! Are you kidding me? Sorry, but I can't help you out.
Come on, I'm really in a bind here. I'm really busy.
Well, for your information, I'm very busy too.
Alright then. I left Terry at the front entrance of your apartment's building. He's got extra clothes and some snacks in his little backpack too. So take care of him for me, would you?
Huh? Hold it 1 second. You can't just...
I was going to take him up to your place, but I couldn't get into the building without a security code, so I had no choice. Oh, well... Okay, so take good care of him. He's a good kid. See ya.
Hold on, Carrie. You can't just leave your kid down here. Please pick it up. I can't do this. Hello, Mom? Sorry to bother you so early in the morning. Can you talk? Oh, good morning, Sandra. You must be getting ready to leave right about now. I'll be at the corner to pick you up. I plan to head out pretty soon. Wasn't your flight at 9:30? Yeah, still have time. Thanks so much, but I've got a huge problem. Huh? What's wrong? Are you sick or something? No, nothing like that. Do you remember a woman named Carrie? Carrie? I'm not sure. What about her? Well, she's this kid Terry's mom. He's in the next door kindergarten class. Oh yes, I do remember her. Terry's mother. She's that one who dresses a bit flashy. Yes, I've seen her around when I went to the kindergarten on your behalf. She's also a bit boisterous. She seems to be pretty well known at the kindergarten. Although I've never talked to her. What about her? Well, you're not going to believe this, but she just left little Terry in front of our apartment. She apparently wants me to babysit him. Huh? She just left him there? You're not serious. Just a little while ago, I got a line message from her saying she's going to leave him, and just went ahead and did just that. I tried pleading with her not to, but she just ignored me and left. Oh my god, how could she? She must be out of her mind. I couldn't just leave a 5-year-old kid standing all by himself in front of the apartment, so I brought him in. Now I don't know what to do. Did you tell her you were just about to catch a flight? Yes, apparently she knew I was about to leave. Must have heard it from someone at the kindergarten. Really? She knew perfectly well that you were going to catch a flight, and she left him there? She really must be out of her mind! Dear God! And she said to take Terry with us to wherever we were going. Just left him with his backpack, with snacks and a change of clothes. Hold on a second. Does that mean she abandoned him? That she's never coming back? Well, she just left him. Didn't say when she was going to pick him up, so I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's some kind of mistake and she just misunderstood or something. I've been trying to contact her ever since, but there's no response. Probably has her phone turned off. Anyways, until I can figure out what to do with Terry, I can't leave. Sorry, Mom. Yes, you're right. You can't very well bring him with you. Putting him on a flight and taking him with you? No, definitely not a good idea at all. What about Terry's father? Where is he? Evidently, she got divorced about a year ago. He quit his job and moved back east to his parents' place. The last I heard, he started some business there. So, that means he can't just drop everything and rush over. I really don't know what to do. We have a flight to catch. I may even have to cancel it. Definitely won't get a refund this late. Could possibly catch the next flight. Oh, wait a second! Wasn't Terry's father? Oh, that's right! I just remembered! What? What is it? What about Terry's father? Hey, give me a bit of time. I'll get back to you. Yes, of course. I still have a bit of time. I'm pretty sure I can catch the next flight at noon. Still have a few hours to spare. Okay, till noon. Plenty of time. Mom, what are you up to? I'll get back to you ASAP. Just give me a little time. I'll pick you up at the corner. Bring Terry. I'll drive you to the airport and you catch the noon flight. I'll take care of Terry while you're gone. Huh? I can't let you do that. Don't worry. Leave the rest to me. I know what to do. Okay, if you insist. Thanks, Mom.
Hey, Sandra, I'm back! Thanks so much for taking care of Terry for me while I was gone. You're a godsend. I was finally able to get some rest and recuperation for a change. I just got off a flight and I'm gonna catch an Uber ASAP. Hang on to Terry for a wee bit longer, would you please? Thanks!
Hello, Carrie. Not a peep from you for 3 days. Where the hell have you been? What have you been up to?
Oh my god! Is this the Spanish Inquisition or something? Sorry. I was in such a hurry the other day that I was not able to explain everything in detail. And I switched off my smartphone the whole time. Obviously because I just wanted to be left alone for a few days. Can you blame me? I mean, it's only been 3 days. Give me a break, would ya?
Okay, I'll tell you what happened to Terry during those 3 days you were relaxing.
Huh? No need to tell me. He's a quiet kid. He wouldn't cause any trouble. Here's how it was for him. He got on a flight with you and enjoyed himself with your family. It was a nice little vacation for him. Thanks.
Vacation?
I bet he was able to gorge himself with delicious food and drinks. Oh yeah, and sweets too. Oh, hey, do you have a souvenir for me too?
Oh, I'm starting to see the whole picture. So, Carrie, let me ask you something. Did you think we were on a family vacation?
Duh, yeah, of course. Why else would you make flight reservations? It's to go on a family vacation, am I right? At least that's what I heard.
Where did you hear this exactly?
Huh? On my way back from kindergarten. I heard you talking about it to the other moms.
Oh, so you were eavesdropping. A little disrespectful.
Come on, I wasn't eavesdropping. I just happened to overhear you guys talking is all. Besides, don't you think it's a little disrespectful to leave me out of the conversation? That's way more bad-mannered.
Then why didn't you simply ask to join the conversation? We wouldn't have minded one bit. If you had just been a little bit more courteous, we would not be in this mess. This definitely would have not happened if you had listened.
What do you mean by this mess?
This was not a family vacation.
Huh? I heard you were taking a flight. People take flights because they are headed to some holiday destination, right?
That's where you're wrong.
Oh, maybe this was a business trip or something?
No, I resigned from my job about 1 month ago, so no, not a business trip.
So, not a vacation and not a business trip. So where'd you guys go?
We moved. The reason we went on that flight was that we moved. We no longer live in that apartment or in that state. For that matter, we don't even live in the country anymore. We're currently living in Europe.
Europe? You mean like across the Atlantic Ocean Europe?
Yes, my husband got transferred to the head office in London, so we all decided to move there.
Huh? You're joking, right?
So we're no longer in the US. We're all in our new place in London. I have to say, it's a really nice spot.
Huh? Then what about Terry? Where's Terry?
Yeah, Terry, your 5-year-old son. I was shocked that you would leave him with us.
But how was I supposed to know that you would move to Europe?
I informed the kindergarten that we would be taking our daughter out this semester. I'm sure all the mothers knew that we were moving. I'm surprised you didn't hear. Your eavesdropping skills need a bit of work, I see. Didn't figure you'd mistake our move as a vacation. When you said you knew of our plans, to be honest, I was really shocked. I figured you knew we were moving to Europe and wanted us to take Terry with us. For good. If I had taken your words at face value, and taken little Terry with us, well, that would be kidnapping, wouldn't it? Or would it be child abandonment?
I didn't abandon him. I just asked you to take care of him. I just figured my vacation and yours were scheduled at the same time. So why not take Terry and I could go relax for a change? That's all. All I did was ask you to babysit Terry. That's all.
No, you didn't exactly ask me. I knew what you were up to once I figured out that you probably misheard the whole thing.
Forget that. Where is Terry? Where is my son? You didn't... Did you? I mean, really take him with you to Europe?
Even if I tried, I wouldn't be able to do that. He doesn't even have a passport.
So, where is he?
He's at his father's place.
Huh? What did you just say?
Yes, Terry's at your former husband's place, back east.
Huh? Are you serious? What the hell did you do? Terry is mine. I have complete custody of him. You can't just take him. How could you... What gives you the right to send him off to his father's place?
What was I supposed to do? We had a flight to catch. Our whole family was booked and we had people meeting us in London. We couldn't very well cancel the whole thing. I had no other choice.
Besides, how the hell were you able to contact my ex?
Well, my mother-in-law resigned from her company a couple of years ago. Your husband happened to work at the same company before he got divorced and moved back east.
Huh? You're kidding me!
They were in different departments and didn't really know each other. My mother-in-law got in contact with an old colleague who still works there and had him ask around about your ex, and...
You went through all that trouble just to find him?
Yeah, it was pretty difficult, but a little kid was involved and everyone was enthusiastic about helping out. Eventually, we found out where he lived and contacted him immediately. He came and picked up Terry the next day. I left the rest to my mother-in-law and we moved to London. That's it in a nutshell.
I can't believe this. Why?
So that's the story. This has nothing to do with us from here on out, so contact your ex and work things out, would you?
This is your fault. My whole life is one big mess because of you.
Oh, hello, Carrie. How have you been?
How can you be so calm? You put me into this mess. I'll never forgive you for what you did.
I really don't care if you forgive me or not, to be honest. So, you're in a mess, yes, I heard. Apparently your husband has total custody of Terry, huh? Oh, and that guy you went on the trip with. He's also had enough of you. Didn't want anything to do with a woman that would abandon her own 5-year-old kid. Don't blame him. Dropped you like a hot potato. Your turn to get abandoned, huh? What's more, that $1,500 or so that your ex-husband was sending you every month, that was apparently spent on your little vacation jaunts and to treat your boyfriend. I hear your ex is trying to get all of that back. For Terry.
Huh? You're in Europe. Why do you even know all that?
Your ex-husband seems to be a very responsible guy. Out of courtesy, he called my mother-in-law and gave her all the juicy details of how it all went down. And then my mother-in-law relayed the details to me.
That loudmouth jerk! He's always such a blabbermouth!
I don't want to be rude, but can we cut it short here? I mean, none of this concerns us anymore.
Huh?
You lied to me because you wanted to give me a piece of your mind, right? Okay, so I heard what you had to say, so let's end this once and for all. See ya!
Hold on a second, Sandra. I want you to pay for the damages.
Come again?
I put my trust in you and had you take care of my precious son, Terry. You abandoned him. It's all your fault. So pay the damages and pay my living expenses.
Oh, I see. Very interesting. I'll think about it. Alright then, I'm gonna block you. See ya! Unfortunately, it didn't end after that conversation. Apparently, Carrie attempted to barge into her ex's house and tried to get Terry back, but her ex and his folks had already moved out of the old house. So Carrie attempted to barge into a complete stranger's house. At that time, she saw a little kid similar to Terry playing outside and took that child into her car thinking it was Terry and drove off. The cops finally caught up with her and charged her with kidnapping. What's more, the car she was driving was borrowed without permission from a friend. Yes, she was subsequently charged with theft. So breaking and entering, kidnapping, and auto theft. Obviously no chance of getting her son back with a criminal record like that. What exactly did she want? I really can't comprehend what she was thinking. TBH, I really don't want to even try to understand that warped mindset.
Sorry for my abruptness. My name is Frances McBeal. Are you Dave Redwood's wife? May I speak with you for a moment? Yes, but I don't think your name is in my friends list, so could you tell me who you are? I apologize for not introducing myself first. I work as your husband's personal assistant. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Miss McBeal. By the way, why did you call me? That's because... I was surprised to hear from you all of a sudden. Did something happen to my husband? Don't tell me he collapsed on a business trip or something. Oh, your husband is fine. He's full of energy, so don't worry. I'm glad to hear that. I was worried because he's been in Texas on a business trip since yesterday. I see. So it seems that your husband told you he went for a business trip. Sorry, I don't understand. I was just thinking what an easygoing wife you are. What? Never mind anyway. I just didn't expect that the wife of my supervisor would be so silly.
Isn't it rude to talk like that all of a sudden?
You think so? I think you're right.
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry if I was rude, but I was being honest.
What are you trying to say?
Why are you asking me that question?
Please don't say it in a meaningful way. I mean, you must have texted me because you have something to say, right? If you don't have anything to say, just leave me alone.
Calm down. There's something I want to tell you. By the way, you really believe in your husband, don't you? That's why I said you're easygoing.
Huh?
Your husband is with me now. That's why I'm able to text you.
But how did you know my contact?
I looked it up from his phone.
Does that mean you looked at it without his permission?
That's what it means.
Seriously?
Because I'm curious about the person I'm in love with. So I was wondering what kind of person his wife is.
But I don't think it's okay to do that.
I'm in love with him, so it can't be helped. Aren't you curious about what's really going on? About me, for example? I'm in love with your husband.
Me and Dave are married.
Even if you're married to him, that won't stop me from falling in love with him.
Just because you're in love with Dave, do you think you can just do anything you want to do? It's an invasion of privacy to look at someone's cell phone without permission, and that also applies to married couples. You and Dave's are a subordinate, and you just looked at his cell phone. It's just unbelievable.
I knew it.
What do you mean?
Your husband said that you are a pain in the ass. The way you think is so uptight and old-fashioned. Also, you care so much about the details.
Did my husband say that to you? He's talking bad about me to you, wasn't he?
That's right. He said that you're annoying. Even your messages are troublesome. Seems like I agree with him.
We texted each other for the first time today, right?
So what? I'm just saying you're a pain in the ass. What's wrong with that?
Huh?
You said not to look at other people's phones, didn't you? Sounds like you care too much about unimportant things.
It's an important matter, of course. What you did was an invasion of privacy.
It's so obvious. Nowadays, it's normal to check your boyfriend's phone.
My husband is not your boyfriend, is he? You just told me that he's someone you're in love with. You just admire him as your supervisor, right?
I've never thought of him as my supervisor.
Are you kidding me?
I've been aiming on him ever since I joined the company. He's handsome for a man of his age. He's kind to women too. And he makes a lot of money. He's perfect, isn't he?
For your information, he is married to me.
I just happened to meet him a little late in life.
I don't think it's a good idea to be in love with a married man.
Doesn't matter. It's rather exciting. I'd be more interested in a wife who's more aggressive, but I didn't realize you were so easygoing.
I find you more easygoing than me anyway. What is it that you want?
Oh, I forgot to tell you the important thing. I'm sorry.
I have nothing to say, so I'll leave you now.
Wait a minute. Please listen to me.
Do you have anything else you want to say? I feel like an idiot when I'm talking to you. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I'm sorry if I are offended, but I want to make something clear. I'm with your husband all day.
So what?
You don't feel jealous or anything? Like I said before, I'm targeting your husband. Are you telling me that you don't care at all?
It doesn't really bother me.
What? There might be something going on between the two of us, you know?
Even if it's true, it doesn't bother me, because my husband told me about that.
He told you?
Yes, he did. He said that he'll be on a business trip with a woman subordinate. If he reported it beforehand, it proves he has nothing to hide. You're the only one who thinks about committing something nasty.
Excuse me?
Are you sure it's just the two of you on this trip?
I'm not mistaken.
Then there's no problem.
Why do you think so?
That's not something I want to talk about with you.
I'm in love with your husband, you know.
I know.
Please don't complain about what happens from now on.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, even if me and your husband start dating each other.
You're not dating, you're having an affair.
What's wrong with that?
Adultery is a serious problem.
As long as me and Dave love each other, there's no problem.
You're so silly. Honestly speaking, I envy you a little.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment.
I see, that's good to hear.
You know what? I'll be spending 2 whole days with the person I'm in love with.
It's a business trip, though.
I know, but it's just the 2 of us here. How can there be nothing going on when a man and a woman are together? I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to steal Dave away from you.
Steal him away? How?
He's going to marry me. I'm going to be his wife instead of you, who is lazy and stupid.
Marriage is not something you can do alone. Do you understand that?
Of course I understand that.
Then do your best.
What are you talking about?
That's my line.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm saying I'm going to loot your husband. Aren't you scared or something?
If you can do it, go for it then.
Don't complain if I really take him away.
You don't understand the main problem here, do you? Do you want to have an affair with my husband?
It's not adultery.
Dave and I are married. If he starts a relationship with you, it's adultery.
I'm declaring a battle to you now, win or lose. Oh, that's right. If you're so confident, how about having the loser gets down on her knees?
I don't understand. Are you okay? You'll become the loser in this battle.
Huh?
On the contrary, if there's a way for you to win in your current condition, I'd like to know.
Shall I tell you then?
By all means.
Because I'm younger than you.
Yes, you are.
Also, I have a nice and soft skin.
I don't know about that since I've never met you.
I also help Dave with his work.
Well, that's your job anyway.
I can go to his place whenever I want.
That's true.
How's that sound to you?
I don't care what you say.
You don't think I'll beat you, do you? I'm better than you by a long shot.
Not at all. Is that the only reason you think you can beat me? I'm surprised.
Huh? Why?
Because I'm married to Dave. No matter what you do, the adulterer loses. I've done everything right at home and I also treat him well too. There's no reason for me to lose.
You can't guarantee that.
Well, it doesn't matter now. It's like I can't get through to you.
Is that any way to talk just because you're his wife?
Can we end this conversation now?
Noted. Anyway, please remember that I'm declaring a battle with you. I'm definitely going to date Dave. I'll be his girlfriend and eventually I'll become his wife.
I'll keep that in mind.
It's too late to regret what you did today.
I'll make sure to save this message.
Please do so. It's you who will cry when I take him away from you, so get ready to get down on your knees. Goodbye. Hello again. Thank you for talking with me yesterday.
My pleasure. So what can I do for you today?
Do you remember what we talked about yesterday?
Yes, I do.
I'm glad to hear that. I thought you'd forgotten all about it because you're not that smart.
Just hurry up and get to the point.
About your husband, he responded to my request.
Is that so?
Yes, we stayed in the same room together.
I see.
Do you know what this means?
After what I said to you yesterday?
What?
Yesterday, I told you that having an affair with a married man is a huge problem. And you didn't even listen to my advice.
I'm not going to listen to your advice. Dave said that. He'd date me.
I see.
How do you feel about that?
What do you mean?
You feel sad since your husband was taken away by a girl younger than you, right?
I wonder what I can say to make you feel better.
Please tell me that you'll let me have your husband. Admit the defeat and get down on your knees.
Give him to you? Dave isn't some sort of merchandise. By the way, I won't get down on my knees.
I love him so much. You're preventing me and Dave from getting along.
I've told you many times, I'm married. If you don't know what this means, but I think you're in trouble.
You're the one who'll be in trouble.
Why?
Because your handsome and wealthy husband is taken away from you. You'll be alone. A stupid old hag can't survive on her own. And that's why you're still refusing to accept defeat. You don't understand.
You're the one who doesn't get it, Missy.
I know everything. I can see into the future. Dave and I are destined to be together.
That's a happy way of thinking.
I'm very happy. I want to be with him forever.
I hope it comes true. I'll be rooting for you.
Oh, are you planning to get divorced? That would make me very happy.
Me and Dave are planning to get a divorce since a while ago.
What?
We're getting a divorce.
Huh? What do you mean?
The divorce was decided a long time ago. So even if you hadn't come to me, I would have left him sooner or later.
Am I wasting my time?
I don't know about that.
When are you getting a divorce? Please hurry up. I'm going to become Dave's wife soon.
That's why we're discussing it now.
Discussing what? Don't you want a divorce? Isn't there any point in putting it off?
On my part, I want a divorce right away. But my husband has a problem, so that's why we're discussing it.
What problem?
So many people have similar mind as you. Therefore, I'm having a lot of trouble proceeding the divorce.
Huh?
You know that, don't you?
Know what?
My husband has been involved in several relationships with a lot of women like you. That's the truth about him.
I'm the only one he's dating with me. He told me so.
All the women seem to think so. There are 3 women that I know of.
He said there's no one but me. Yesterday he said it was just me. He said that he loves me. I heard those words right from him.
I'm sure my husband is manipulating you.
That can't be true. He said it's just me. That's what he told me. There's no way he would lie to me.
Anyway, we're getting a divorce.
I can't believe you're divorcing him. I'm really happy.
I think it's too soon to be happy.
I'm really happy to hear about the divorce. I want him to be mine as soon as possible.
By the way, how old are you?
25.
You graduated from college and are working as a personal assistant after that, right?
That's right. Why does that have to do with anything?
Since you are a college graduate, you are aware about what happens after an affair, aren't you? Don't tell me that you really don't know about it.
There's only one path to happiness after an affair. Leaving the wife who is in the way behind. And be united with the man who loves me. There's no other way.
Well then, I'll take the good opportunity to teach you then.
I don't need you to teach me anything.
I'm demanding alimony from my husband.
Alimony?
My husband was having relationship with several women.
So what you told me just now was the truth?
Yes, indeed.
But Dave said that I was the only one.
Maybe my husband was just trying to get you to fall in love with him. People say love is blind. Seems that it's true. I'm sorry you were so easily fooled.
Relationship with several women.
It seems that you started seeing each other yesterday, but you've had a physical relationship for a long time with Dave, right?
Of course, yes. I was the one pleasing him instead of his wife.
That is adultery.
Huh?
As Dave's wife, I'm claiming alimony from the woman Dave has a relationship with. That, of course, applies to you.
Huh?
There's a lot of evidence left on the messages you sent me.
Will I be charged too?
Of course.
Dave said he'd go out with me. You're going to take money from me and Dave just because we're dating each other?
Even if my husband says so, he's still married. It's a different case since he's not single.
How much are you going to charge?
The going rate is about $10,000.
$10,000?
That's right. I'll have our lawyer contact you.
I'm Dave's girlfriend.
Girlfriend or not, you committed adultery of your own volition. You need to take the responsibility of what you've done.
Wait a minute.
What?
I don't have the money to pay for that. Don't you think it's a waste of time to charge me money that can't be paid?
I'll get you to pay whatever it takes.
I can't pay that.
That's your own fault.
Please stop charging me.
I got all the related messages from you. Even though we're still discussing divorce, I'm shocked that he's having an affair again.
But I never intended to have an affair. I intended it to be pure love.
Like I said before, there are no excuses for adultery. It's not right to have an affair if you're not ready for it.
Then I'll marry Dave and we'll pay for it together.
Marriage? I bet that's impossible. Because my husband has at least 3 girlfriends who he promised to get married with. A girlfriend like you, who looks at his phone without permission. I'm sure you'll be the first to get excluded from his list. Too bad we don't have a polygamy system in this country.
No way!
I'm sorry to bother you at a time like this, but I'm going to have her report this to your company. And my husband too, of course.
What?
It's obvious, isn't it?
Please don't do this. I beg you. If the company finds out, I'll get fired.
What you've done can't be helped. You'll be punished.
I'll give your husband back to you.
It's not a matter of giving my husband back to me.
Stop asking me to pay for the compensation and also don't tell the company what I've done. I worked hard to get the job.
The world isn't that easy. I filed a claim for compensation from my lawyer to Frances. She repeatedly asked me to stop. Of course, I also told the whole story to the company she works for. My husband and Frances were fired for taking advantage of a business trip for personal use. Frances has no severance pay and could no longer pay her rent. Now she is doing a night job that provides her free accommodation.